Hi everyone, good evening. We've just started. Arun, is it all good now? Yeah. Good evening, Shailesh, Eureka. Yes, please ask Pooja, Arun, Shivalik, Sherry, everybody. Right, Gaurav, Rasank, that's fine. Lovepreet. Okay. So how many of us now? We're 20 of us already. Priya, the audio is all good. Anybody has any issues? No, no. For AdWords, we need credit cards and debit cards of ICICI Bank, and I don't use any, so what to do? Why would you need only of ICICI Bank? No, it's not like that. There would be a list of banks at least, or maybe any. So no. It's not only of one bank. Yeah. So any Visa, Mastercard, right? What did they tell you? Really? Can somebody else share? What have you used? Yes, Rasang, please ask. Can somebody else? Okay, Sherry has used HDFC debit card. I wonder why they told you that if they have. It wouldn't be like that. Eureka, it wouldn't be like that. See, we have two people here, right here. Thanks, Shweta. Yes, Lovepreet. Yes, Gaurav. AdWords does provide free credits. So when you just go to Google and search Google AdWords, in that ad you will see an ad at the top. Usually the free credit is mentioned there. What on-bid strategy is not clear, Gaurav? As soon as I enter the number of debit, is showing unsupported mode of payment. If ICICI is mandatory. When I log into my account, no, it's not mandatory, Shailesh. So that's fine. Unsupported mode of payment. It is possible that they have a list of which bank is yours. It is possible at many places. It happens that they have a list of banks, right? That is possible. Yeah, so it is possible. If you have any other card, any other bank's card, you try that. I would suggest that. I think they should. They should. That should be pretty common. Eureka, just try any other bank's card if you can. And if they have not been able to resolve it for you, I think that is what you should try out. Try any other bank's debit card, credit card, debit card if you have debit card. Right? Sometimes a lot of these websites have a list of payment providers. Okay. One second. I just hope I don't miss out any questions. I'll just go back. Shivalik, that's fine. This week will be an extension of the same assignment. So what you can do is you can complete it this week now. But please ensure this week the search assignment is complete. All search assignments are completed because next week when we come back, no, next week we are going to start display network. Your assignments got disapproved, we would have given you a reason for disapproval. Okay, so please check. Also, let us see today's assignment and today's class, then probably you will understand some details and maybe one of those reasons are there. Lovepreet, we would have given you a reason. If you've not understood, still you can always, ask us again. Okay, we'll explain. Um, fine. When I log into my account, it shows me a dashboard where I can see my ad campaign, which I had run during sign up. Okay, so what is the problem? That's fine. Um, while it shows me a notification to switch to Ad Express as soon as I enter the number of. No, no, no. Please do not switch to AdWords Express. Please do not switch to Express because it's a curtailed version. We will use the standard version. So AdWords Express is kind of a quick way of starting out here, but it will not have all the features. Use new campaign. Okay. Will they accept? Is there any other option? Where can I see? There is no place, Shivalik, actually, where they mention the list of cards. At least I've not seen. So just try it out, and I think that should be fine because that's a pretty common one. Like that's a pretty one of the popular ones. Where only can I see my search ad campaign? Okay, that is fine. Any problem there with that, Rasank? But why is it so? Quite confused with both dashboards, normal and ad. Okay, Rasam got it. So please stay on the standard version only. Do not go to the express one. It cannot be of anyone else, then that be fine. Yeah, yeah. I think if you should just try out any other card, and it will be fine. Okay, it's not that it is only limited to ICICI. Why should it be? Can we start? Yeah, exactly, exactly. We'll start, Shailesh. Don't worry. We will complete it all. Um, yeah, Lovepreet, please check the reason for disapproval. Same thing that I said to somebody else just a
Ma'am,
while back. Please check the reason for disapproval. If you do not understand that, also please wait for today's session to get over. Maybe you will find the reason there once we have understood the details on search. And if not still, then do write to us. I'll explain to you. We'll explain to you what is it. But I've already switched the same, and my search ad campaign is
ma'am,
running on the AdWords Express. Your search ad campaign is already running on the AdWords Express. No, no. So see, if it is even if it is running on AdWords Express, you can always you just need to find that how to switch back. Okay, you will have the same campaign on AdWords also. It's just another sort of interface. Your campaign is not going to be lost if you switch to AdWords. Okay, yeah. Was somebody trying to talk to me? Don't think so. Cool, guys. So let's start. Any other question?
ma'am, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am, that ad is not running. I mean, I don't see it over the Google. So, what to do about it?
your ad is still not running. What about the payment
No,
option?
ma'am, I paid last time you checked. No, everything has been paid and it was enabled.
So after that, you entered the card details and all, and it was
Ah,
in.
ah, ah. Yes, 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 ma'am.
Did you get any disapprovals, any notifications?
Uh, no, not yet.
And okay, so what we will do, Shama, is after today's session, you will be able to, I don't see why, because your two of your keywords were okay. So your daily budget was, okay. Let's complete today's session. You expand that search campaign, right? Uh, and after the what we learned today, you will be able to expand your keyword list, right? And then let's see. And
Okay.
and then also if there is any issue, once you have a like a whole detailed campaign, detailed everything in detail when you would have done that, made it richer, that is, then also if there is an issue, that we'll see. We'll look into that. Okay, no problem.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
expand the keyword list and all of that today. Okay, so what we are going to do today, guys, is we are going to understand the details on keywords to begin with, right? To discuss basically that, okay, I have created a search campaign, but I still don't know what keywords should go there. What is happening on Google, what keywords should go there, how much should I bid, what if I place 500 rupees, what can I expect? Or what if I place 5,000 rupees, what can I expect, right? So right now we have no idea on all of that, so we have to discuss that. Plus we have to discuss all of the optimization that we will do on search campaign, that now that this campaign is created, what are the steps required, what are the things I should check, right? And what are the things I should improve upon, that is optimize, that is what we call optimization, right? So all of that we'll see. Let's begin with keywords, which are the crux of your search campaigns. I hope everybody understands by now why. It's like on the keywords, you are bidding on keywords, right? Your When the customer is coming up on search and typing, what they type is going to be matched to your keywords. So your keywords are deciding who is going to see your ad, or when your ad is going to show. Plus it's on keywords you are bidding, it's on keywords that you are paying, the entire relevance that you are building is all around keywords, right? So these are very, very important, and we need to understand how to decide that list, how to research, and how to go about it, right? Completely. So keywords, some definitions, words or phrases that describe your product or service that you choose to help determine where your ad will appear, right? So whether you write it as two words, if you write two words together, right, that is one keyword. If you write five words together, it still will be called as one keyword, right? So a phrase is also a keyword, or it can be a single word. So that is also known as keyword. But having said that, usually, 2 to 3 word keywords really help because they become very precise, right? They become precise. If I just say one word, it can be used by many, many people. When I make it more precise, like, in this case, buy, buy, if I add a buy to that, I know that's my consumer, right? So like that. Plus, there can be longer ones also, right? There can be phrase, there can be questions, right? You can also try and have questions on, an experiment if that's working. So there can be a lot of things. Let's see. Now, a great keyword list will imply, the third line here, imply a better performance and lower cost, right? It's very important that you research your keywords well so that you can try and attain, effectiveness, cost effectiveness in your overall campaign, right? So let's see. One tool that we are going to go to, uh, where we can where we can research keywords, right, Pooja and Eureka? So it's keyword research tool, right? Keyword research tool that is within our adverts only. Where we need to go is, we go here, and then we will go to this part. We will go to planning. Within planning, we will go to keyword planner, right? When we go to keyword planner, what we will do is we will tell Google that, these are my products or services, and that's all I know. I do not know what is happening on Google, what are people looking for, so please let me know that, what are the keywords being searched and things like that. So we go to find new keywords, and we will say, it says enter words, phrases, or URLs related to your business. So what I'm doing is, this one, let's go back to and check. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to previous keyword planner, because I believe right now this one is still complete and this one is in a beta mode. Right? This one is in a beta mode. We can still check it, but it does not have all the features as of now. They are still transitioning this one. Right? So we'll go to this one, right? This, see, for the above version it says it's an early release and all features are not available. Okay, so we'll say previous keyword planner, and then it says start using keyword planner. Right, so let's see. Let's try and search for something, some popular space. We'll try three keywords. Yeah, it's okay. Even if you enter three keywords, that's. Oh, right, right. This one is asking you only for three keywords. That's true, Priya. Please take Ideometrics for keyword research. Okay. What is this company about, Shailesh? Design analysis services. ठीक है. So we'll take two examples, right? First example, we will try and search for keywords. Okay. Is it not going there anymore? And in the second example, we'll take up your website. Sure. Right? So see, this is keyword planner, two parts to it. First part says find new keywords. Second part says that if you already have a list of keywords, then please upload them, right? Probably you have already come in here, downloaded a list of 500 keywords, shortlisted them on your Excel sheet and came back with 200. Now you want to upload those 200 and get forecast for them, right? Then you can come in directly here. Otherwise, you start from here. Anyway, you will get the forecasts as well. So we will go here and we will write our about our product or services. We are not required to know what is happening on Google, right? So I'll just say that, let's assume for one example that I am a flight operator, I'm an airline, and I want to write a few I want to find my keywords. Okay, so what are some keywords that you can think of? Tell me, if you are an airline, what are the keywords you think you will bid on? Flight, cheap flights, flight ticket booking,
Some discount slide, keep it.
discount flight. I didn't get the second one. Uh, Flight holiday. What? Holiday. Cheap
Some
flight.
special offer
Yeah.
or frequent flyer programs.
Flyer programs, or we will say best flights, holiday flights. Okay, we have a lot of them here. Holiday flight discount, right? Which is good. Round trip offers for flight. Okay, direct flight. Right, so next is direct flight. What else we have? Offers on flights. We have comfortable flight. Chalo, that's, I think that'll do. Did I miss anything? Seasonal discount. Best flights, business class flights. Okay, best flights, business class flights, seasonal flight discounts. I'll keep it to that. Okay, so let's.
Morning flight.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Let them, let them kind of connect. Let them kind of expand this. Okay, connecting flights. Okay. So this is all we could think of, right? As of now, which is okay, right? Now let them expand it. Like right now, we will leave this landing page bit broad. Okay, we'll just leave it like this. So you can also enter a URL, right? You can enter a URL if you want to get ideas from your website. So which we will do. We will take up Shalish's website later on. We will keep the product category, also leave it broad, need not really enter this. Targeting now, this is very important. Where are you going to show your ads to, right? So make sure that you write that location, you choose that location, right, the same way, because the results will differ by location, right? What is being searched for in one location is different from what is being searched for elsewhere. So we'll leave it like this. We'll say get ideas, right? When we say get ideas, what this does is it comes back with, these are some additional options you can go and see. Anyway, so you can go, and what it will come back with, it will come back with some bits on the keywords that we had input here, and then it comes back with a list of more ideas as well, right? Let's try again. Yes. No, they're still not here. Yeah, they're here. So see here, now we have these keywords. It says for every search term or keyword that we put in, it says average monthly searches are in this range, right? So the range is pretty broad, but at least we can compare one to other and know that which are the more popular ones. How what is the, like, the competition? What is the competition on advertising like? Is it high competition, medium competition, or low on competition? Suggested bid, right, on each of these, where the dynamics currently are. So accordingly they are suggesting you that you can bid around this, and then that's it, right? And then this is the list that we had created. Now it is also coming back to us with another complete list. Right now it's saying 442. I may have some keywords already in the account, right? The list can be even longer, the suggestions from them can be longer. Now it says, you have this list, you can go and download this entire list, you can shortlist things at your end, you can even sort by average monthly searches. So if I click on average monthly searches, it is going to show me the topmost ones first, right? So these ones have the highest monthly searches. Sorry, should start from here, right? So sorted by average monthly searches, I have all these keywords, competition, suggested bid, right? So all these keywords are here, right? Now I have to, I have to see what I want to add. When am I coming here to the keyword planner? Is it that, I don't have any idea right now, I'm coming in here to just plan, so I can, download this entire sheet and shortlist things at my end? Or is it that, I already have a campaign and I want to improve it, I'm coming here to add a few more keywords? In that case, I can simply click on these double arrows here, and suppose I want to add, like, 10 keywords from here, because otherwise you will have to scroll down and keep going to the next page and all. So it's about 400 keywords right now. You can do that, or you can download the sheet. And then if it's just about a few keywords, adding a few keywords, I can simply click on this double arrow like this, right? I can click on double arrows like this, and then there is an option on the right hand side. So these get added to the right hand side like this. As many keywords that I had, they will get added to the right hand side. And then I'm saying close right now. And then you can also save to your account from here. So, suppose I add 20 keywords, and then I want to save it to a campaign that I've already created. So I can click on that floppy disk icon and say that, add to an existing campaign. I can find that campaign, which campaign I want to add it to, and then I can add it to that campaign, right? Or I can go and cancel it for now, right? So you can add things to an existing campaign, or you can download this entire list. Or what else can I do? I can also go to ad group ideas, right? So these are keyword ideas. Now see what ad group ideas give me. So if I click on this tab, ad group ideas, it will not just give me a list of keywords, but it will give me a list of ad groups, which is really, really helpful, right? It is telling me that why don't you create an ad group for air tickets, which can have these 25 keywords within them, right? Look at the list of keywords, all related to air tickets. So it's saying that why don't you create an ad group like this? This would have average monthly searches, so many average monthly searches based on history, and the kind of competition, the suggested bid average of, these, while the individual bids may be different. So if you want to go to individual keywords, you can click on this, you can go to the next level, and you will be able to see on each of the keywords what they're suggesting and all the other details, right? I'll go back. Similarly, they're saying cheap tickets, they're saying airlines, they're saying holidays. Now, from here onwards, now you have to exercise your discretion. It's not like, if they have suggested, yes, this is suggested bid is your maximum CPC bid, suggested maximum CPC bid, right? So if it's not like, they have suggested me for 45 ad groups, I will simply go and add all 45 ad groups and my campaign will be created, right? I cannot do that. One, I am the one who's spending here. Second, it is about it's about my money plus my reputation and everything, right? Plus the relevance. So I will ensure that I check each and every keyword that I bid on, right? So you have to ensure that you just don't add it like that. You can always go and download this as well, right? This list. So you ensure that you check each and every keyword that you are bidding on, and if it is relevant to you, only then you go and add. So like we were on keyword ideas, there were just irrelevant keywords like cheap, right? So we are not present on a keyword that doesn't make any sense, right? Or we are here, it says holiday, cheap holiday packages. Now I will have to figure out whether I want to extend my campaign to holidays as well or not, right? It is a related business. I might be selling that as well. But do I want to additionally spend on this or not right now? I have to figure out. It says these look good, right? These look good. Air tickets, I can add cheap tickets. Now, cheap tickets again, it says cheap tickets. Now, cheap tickets could be air tickets, train tickets, bus tickets, all of that. So now I have to figure out, whether this doesn't seem relevant. So I have to I should be if I should cull that out, right? What is relevant, I should just take that. So look at this. So they're not all relevant, right? So I have to figure out only the air tickets ones. Airlines, similarly, airlines looks fine to me. Holiday, I will figure what I want to do. Book flights, right? Book flights is good. There is air booking, there's flight deals, online flights, compare flights, best flights, plane tickets, right? And see, look, this was airline ticket, right? Cheap tickets is different, air tickets is different, air tickets is different, plane tickets is different, airline tickets would be different. Why are they all different ad groups? Because again, you will write your, even if they are the same thing, airline tickets, flight tickets, plane tickets, right? They are all the same thing, but if you keep them in different ad groups, you can accordingly write your ad, right? Because you know that these people have mentioned something like flight, right? Or they've mentioned airline, or they've mentioned plane, right? So you can accordingly write your ad copy at least, right? That is how you segregate everything and create a lot of ad groups and not put everything into one ad group, right? So I can then go and add whatever I feel relevant, whatever I think is relevant here. Now at your end, of course, you will check each and every keyword. For now, I am adding a few ad groups, right? So I'll say air tickets, I'll add. I will add airlines is also right. I'm crossing out these keyword ideas. I am adding book flights and flight deals, online flight booking makes a lot of sense. Plane tickets, air international ticket, I will add if I do sell international tickets only then. What else? Airfare, airline prices, ticket offer. Now this has to remain, you have to ensure that is only about flights only, which it is, right? So maybe I can add this. And similarly, right? So similarly, you need to go through everything. See, flight tickets is here. So you can add flight tickets. Similarly, so whatever you find relevant, right? Whether it's a keyword list of keywords that you create, or you create a list of ad groups, now you can go and see how much to so suggested bids are there everywhere anyway. So suggested bids are there. What I will do is I will put in an average bid, and an average of usually what is being suggested here. I'll take an average number, and then I will decide my budget also. So I'll say I'll click on review plan, right? And then I'll say probably 30 here, right? Mostly they were 25, 30, 25 to 35 they were. So then I'll put in a daily budget, right? So suppose I want to spend 7,000 rupees, right? Or let me put in 5. So let's say 5,000 rupees. What does it come back with? So it comes back to me with a plan, and it says that if you spend, if this is your bid and you spend this much daily budget, right? Then this is what you can go and expect. No, not yet. They've not taken up my budget yet. Yeah, they've taken up my budget. So now this bid and this budget, now they come back to me with a plan, and they're saying that if you take up these ad groups, right, and you decide to spend here, so then this is what you can expect. So this is the monthly spend, right? 5,000 rupees monthly will come to so much. So they are saying that you can expect so many clicks on this kind of spend. So So you can expect close to 12,000 clicks. So what's wrong with this? Okay, never mind the loading one. So it's saying that now you can expect 12,000 clicks in this much money. Now what if I go and double this, right? If I go and double this, it will simply tell me that you can expect 24,000 clicks now, which means that there is obviously a lot of scope to spend, right? We are talking about very, very popular keywords. There are a lot of searches happening here. 10,000 will not be able to cover like 100% of the universe. So even if I go and double it up, right? So even if I have gone and doubled it now and made it 10,000, it's telling me that you can get 25,000 clicks, right? So I can keep increasing this amount. If it's a very niche set of keywords, maybe I'll get there very soon, where if I increase my budget further, my incremental my the number of clicks will the incremental increase in the number of clicks will not be much, right? That can happen for a very niche set of keywords. But for something as popular as this, if I keep on increasing my budget, my number of clicks will also keep increasing, right? So somewhere, how do I decide my daily budget then? So somewhere I have to tell, I will also have some marketing budget. Now if I'm spending, let's say, x amount today, I will not suddenly start spending 10x, right? So it will also depend on my marketing budget, that if I'm spending so much, I will scale it gradually, right? So if I'm spending that much amount, so I'll see that okay, I'm okay with so much amount for an expected so many number of clicks. So if I'm saying that okay, I'm okay with spending so much for an expected 25,000 clicks, or if somebody is willing to spend more, then they'll say that okay, I'm willing to spend x amount for expected an estimated so many number of clicks. Now this is not a final number that they're giving you. These are all estimates based on history, right? Your final results can differ, and also it will be based on your performance, but this is a good estimate. It's coming directly from Google, so it's a close estimate and it's based on the history. So you can accordingly go and bid and try, and then you can go ahead with the plan, right? So when you estimate your budget, ensure that you see for how many expected number of clicks you are deciding this budget. And second, that this is an estimate, right? Also you can differ your CPCs everywhere, so based on whatever they have suggested. So right now if I put 30 here everywhere, so if I see somewhere that there was some business class or something somewhere, so those kind of things, if somewhere it was like 35, I can make it 35 as well, right? And save it. So I can make those changes as well, right? And if it makes any difference, it will tell me. So right, like this. So that's how I can plan it out using the keyword planner tool. Is this clear to everybody? Yes, great. So we may have to increase budget if we are keeping too many ad groups. Yes, so the number of keywords actually, so it is about how many clicks you want, right? So if I have 100 keywords and I spend that same budget, if I spend a certain budget, I am spreading that budget over 100 keywords. Now if I have 500 keywords and the same budget, then the same budget will be for 500 keywords, right? So obviously I will have to increase my monies there. Choosing common keywords leads to high competition. So see, now about competition and all, you will see that there are lots of keywords which have high competition. So what should I do? Should I still bid on them, right? That is a question. So yes, if it is still relevant to you, right? Even if it is, even if those keywords have high competition, but you think those are your core keywords and you should be present on them, plus when you run those ads on those keywords, you see that you get very, very good results on them, like very good CTRs or very good conversions, number of conversions. So in that case you will still keep it even if it is high competition. So you have to check a lot of things, right? And if suppose it is high competition and you still tried it out but it seemed too expensive and the results were not adequate, then you can go and pause that keyword later as well, right? But of course if you find something that is low on competition or has the key CPCs there are running low, so and you get good results there, right? You get good results there. That is what keyword research is all about, right? If you get good results there, then That's great, right? So you can go and run your ads with that. Arun, clear? And Priya, yeah. Okay, so that's your keyword planner. Now, some more bits about keywords. One, we will, so let's go back and see this planner tool also, what they have done here. So as of now, they asked us for a few keywords and they come back, I think not with the ad groups yet. What else? Flight deals. Right, you can enter only up to 3 keywords. Get started. Right, this one's giving it like this. This says keyword, average monthly searches, competition, top of bid range. So it's giving us a range, right? It says it shows the lower range of what advertisers have historically paid, right? So this is, they are giving us a range and the range is pretty broad. This is what the new keyword planner tool is giving us, which is which is something that they've started, like, let's say only this month, right? So last month I have seen it for the first time last month only. So so they are still working on this, and there are no ad group ideas as I see right now, right? So they are still coming back with some 400 keywords, but there are no ad group ideas right now. What I need to do is I need to add all these keywords, and then they will go to the plan overview, right? Where you can get a plan, similar plan, right? So that's what the new one is all about, but no ad groups right now. So there is more to be done. And this is when you already have a list of keywords. So this is the second part, right? So that's your keyword planner tool all about. Now let's go to the other example where we enter a website URL, right? So if we go here, rather go back further, and we go to this place. And now instead of adding any keywords, we are adding the URL that was shared by Shailesh. Thanks, Shailesh. Shama, can you send me the link on my Google account is not working. What link you want, Shama? Landing page URL, right? And that's it. And we will say get ideas.
Ma'am, I got the link. Actually, I have forgotten the password for my Google account.
Okay.
Ma'am, I just got it.
Oh, okay. You tried that, but you did not get the list of relevant keywords. That's possible, right? It's possible that, okay, let's see the keyword ideas and let's see the ad group ideas. So what you can do is possibly, if you think that it's not picking up from my website, the other thing that you can try is, see, this is how Google is reading your website, right? So they are seeing these as your different sort of themes within your website. If you think this is not right, the other way you can go about is you can try your competitors URL on this, right? Maybe, the structure may become easier for Google there for whatever reason, right? So you just try out that way. I did this but don't have relevant keywords, so problem is the same. So yeah, so there are two ways to go about it, right? Either you enter the website URL if this is not working for you, right? Possible in case of certain websites where where possibly to understand the theme is not so easy for Google, right? Maybe because it's very niche or something. In that case, you can just go by keywords, or you can go by try your competitor's website. Is there a competitor that you can think of right now? Should we try? Because people search for study material and classes and course. So, okay. So, what is it that you're really selling? You said design and analysis. Okay, let's see. So, if this is your website, right? So, if you go to services, so these are the different parts, right? Now, what you can do is, okay, sorry, I'm not able to. The other bit you can try out is, if they are not able to understand that, these are some services and giving you some niche, some, regular sort of keywords, what you can try out is you can also try out the second part of keyword planner where, where if you go here, right? If you go to this part where it says multiply keyword lists to get new keywords, right? So what you can do is you can download the kind of keywords they are giving you, right? The kind of keywords they are giving you. And in this list, you can write about service or, consulting, whatever you think they're not combining, if you get my idea, right? Whatever, so if it's consulting, it's services, if that is what they're not combining with your keyword list, so here you can write that. What will happen is you will get a list of these keywords, these 100 keywords into these, 10 kind of keywords. So you'll get this 100 into each keyword, all these 10 combinations you will get out of that. Shailesh, got it? So you can try this one. So for example, if I say flights and then I say, Mumbai to Chennai and, and so on, right? And I write 10 such sectors here, Mumbai to Delhi and Delhi to Mumbai, right? I say Delhi to Mumbai. So what will happen is, this will come back and create three keywords: flights Mumbai to Delhi, flights Mumbai to Delhi, flights Delhi to Mumbai, flights whatever. So whatever all the things I've mentioned, so it'll create three combinations. So you can also try combinations. So it's giving you a list of keywords. What you do is you create combinations and make it better. Okay. Yeah. So that way you can, improve it. All right. So what else? Any questions on keyword planner? So then we'll go to some more characteristics about keywords. Okay. So something called as keyword match type. Right. See, plus we will also discuss something called negative keywords, Shailesh. Okay, which will help you where you can, if you're not interested in course and study material and all that, we will put them as negative keywords. Okay, so we will see that in a while, right? See, maybe some things you can pick up from here as well, right? So that is another way. Okay. So now the other characteristic of keywords, yes, we will go there as well. We'll go there if we have time today. We'll go there today. Otherwise, anyway, we have to discuss that. So we'll can discuss it starting next week as well. Right. So now keyword match types. What are keyword match types? Is that, so far we've discussed that. Okay, let me write it here. What happens is when somebody comes on to Google, they go and type a search term. Okay, what they type, we know it as a search term. What I in as an AdWords advertiser, I have in my account is a keyword. What happens is when somebody types this search term goes and matches with the keyword. So when this matching happens, your ad shows up, right? Or your ad doesn't show up depending if it doesn't get matched to any keyword. So it has to get matched to some keyword in your AdWords account, right? And then only your ad will show up. So now the next question is, do they have to be exactly the same? Yeah, we'll come to negative keywords, Eureka. I'm just going there only. So do they have to be exactly the same, right? Do the search term and keywords, do they have to be exactly the same, or how do they match, right? So the good bit is that you will decide that, right? You are the one to decide how are they going to match, right? So, and to decide that, what you can do is you decide the match type of your keyword. So every keyword that you have in your account will have a match type. Okay, what is this match type? It's a kind of characteristic of the keyword, right? So keyword match type. Now what is the match type? What are the different match types? So we see that there are broad match keywords, broad match modifier, phrase match, exact match keywords, and then there is something called negative match as well, which means that every keyword has a match type. The default match type is this first one called broad match, right? It's a default, which means that if I do not use any kind of punctuations, right? If I say my keyword is tennis shoes, right? And I do not have any other punctuations, I just write it like that. Okay, just I'll just come back to your questions after I finish this match type. So after, if I just write it like this, then that means that it is a broad match type of keyword. Okay, so broad match, this is a default one. Default means that if anybody types these words in a different order, if I go and type shoes tennis, or if I go and type tennis shoes online, something, which means if I go and type your words in a different order, I can see your ad. If I type your words and I also type some additional words anywhere, in between, before, after, then also I may see your ad. If I also type in any synonym for any of these, right? Like say shoes, I say sneakers or something, even then your ad can show up, right? So that is why it is known as broad match, because it can show up, it can match and show ads for a lot of variations. Okay, so different order, synonyms, additional words, it will show your ad, it will still show your ad. What does this mean? Does this mean that you have a lot of traffic coming in from here, or less traffic coming in from here? What do you think? I'm saying that this will show lot of, your ads for a lot of variations, right? So yes, it will have more traffic, right? Because see, let's see one more example. So if I have a keyword that says low carb diet plan, then your, if somebody comes and types carb free foods, that then also your ad will show. Low carb diet, your ad can still show. Why? What is happening? Some synonyms are coming up here, right? Some synonyms are coming up. Low calorie recipes, Mediterranean diet plans, and all of these, right? So synonyms, additional words, these words are, in a different order. So for all these, yeah, so what will happen is a lot of keyword, lot of traffic you will get, which is great, right? You want a lot of traffic, which is great. But having said that, it will not always be relevant, right? Somebody's already mentioned that, right? So correct, Rasank, right? A lot of irrelevant traffic can also come in. People might type something completely else, and even then, Google's going and showing your ad. So what should you do in that case? You can go and restrict this a little bit by, on certain keywords, not every keyword. So you will decide it on every keyword, you can change. So by default it's a broad match keyword, but if you go and make some changes to the punctuation and all, it becomes a different match type. So if you think that it is the synonym that is making a difference, right? If you think that I am, for example, I am bidding on women's hats, as a broad match, not as this one, as the first one that we just learned, right? If I'm bidding on women's hats, suppose here, right? Women's hats. What can happen? Even a synonym can show an ad. So somebody comes in and types women's helmets, right? Possibly, Google picks it up as a synonym for hats and shows ads, right? Now that is not what you want, right? Or any other kind of synonyms and variations you don't want on that word, then you can put in this plus sign. If you put in plus sign, that will mean that it will work like broad match in every other way, but the synonyms will not be picked up like that, right? So shoes can't become sneakers, or hats can't become helmets, so that way you will make it a little bit precise, right, by ensuring that the same word is there, it's not replaced like that. So that's one. The other one is phrase match. Phrase match is another very, very useful way of going about it, is where you simply put your words within quotes, right? So your, this entire phrase you put within quote, as a phrase you keep it and put it within quotes. So then what happens is this phrase cannot be broken now, right? So you are saying that this is the, this is my keyword, and it cannot, yes, everywhere we were making it more precise than broad match. So now this can't be broken. Tennis shoes, this one is also more precise, right, compared to broad match, where this should be like this. So if I'm bidding on this one, tennis shoes, now my ads can show here, because it is together, this is together, here it's together, misspellings are accounted for. So here now, see, look at this. It's the same thing, but because it's in a different way, this your ad won't show here, or any additional words in between. If any additional words come up in between, or if the phrase is broken or the phrase is missing, then your ads cannot show. So this phrase has to be there as is. Something can come in here, it's fine. Something can come in here, it's fine, but not in between, right? So that's there. So that is phrase match. Will still give you very good amount of traffic, but much highly, much more precise, right? Which is a good way of going about it. What else? So also everywhere your misspellings, right? Misspellings and your singular, plural, these things are being taken care of. So if you are bidding on tennis shoes, somebody goes and types something like TENIS shoes, they miss out that one N there. So then also your ad can show, because system can detect it as a misspelling, or any system detected misspelling, or singular, plural. So if I bid on tennis shoes, I don't have to separately bid on tennis shoe also, right? I don't have to, because that will be taken care of. Then there is exact match. Exact match, what happens here? Now this is very, very highly precise. Obviously now much lower traffic compared to broad match if you use this. So when I say an exact match keyword, I type it within these brackets, and if I say shoes for men, then it has to be high, only this, or very, very close variation of this, like shoes men, men shoe, shoes for a man. These kind of searches my ads can show. But if it becomes even slightly different, right, your ads will not go and show. So that is your exact match, which where you are making it highly precise, but of course you are going to um, you're going to um, exclude a lot of traffic there, right? So that is your exact match. And then finally there is negative match, where these are not words that you're bidding on at all, right? Here negative match means that I am saying that if somebody goes and types this word in that search term, they might type out 5 words and all, but if that one word is there, don't show my ad, right? Don't show my ad at all. Even if otherwise a matching can happen, but if this word is there, then don't show my ad, right? Suppose I'm selling running shoes, and I'm not selling running shoes for men, I'm selling only women's running shoes, right? And I go and say, put men as negative, because if people go and search for running shoes for men, otherwise, because of phrase match, broad match, my ads could still show. But I'll say no, whenever they type the word men, don't show my ad, right? So my ad will not show in this case. Then there are other additional things where you can also combine your negative match with other match types, and say that this is my negative broad match keyword, right? And all these examples. Or my negative phrase, this phrase, entire phrase is negative for me. Or this is negative exact match for me, so this exact match, this is negative for me. So you can also make some variations of that. But simply put, if you think that any kind of word which is related to your product or service, but related in the sense maybe part of your industry and all, but it is not relevant to you, and you don't want your ad to show up on that, or it is a close synonym or something in another industry, and you don't want to show your ad for that, make it as negative match type. So say if you sell eyeglasses, it's possible that People search for something, some eyeglasses, and you are bidding on something like that. People search for wine glasses, drinking glasses. So somehow, if your ad starts showing on that, you should go and put these as negative match types, right? Also, the very interesting bit is that you can actually see what people type, right? What people have typed to see your ad. There is a report called search term report, right, where you can see what have people typed to see your ad, and you can see how much money you have spent there, how much, yeah, all of that, how much money you have spent there, how many clicks you've got. So you will know that this is what is happening. People are really typing this and still seeing my ad. So if I go here, I'll just show you a search campaign. Is that clear to everybody? Okay, let me go. Keyword planner is done. Do we have to put location also in this, as there will be so many ads? See, Gaurav, remember, right now what we're talking about is the keyword level. At when you create a campaign, at campaign level, you have already decided what will be the location, right? So at campaign level, you will decide where your ads are going to show. And right now, we are only discussing that smaller subset of the that keyword level of it. Yeah. So location is already there. Will Google read what? Will Google read tennis shoes as tennis and shoes differently, or one? As one. That's one keyword. We will get much relevant keywords. What about sequence? What sequence? So plus symbol is to make it more precise. Yes. FEA services, if I want FEA fixed, and synonyms of services only. So this is this is one very very specific question, I think. So what will help you is that search term report. Let me just show you that as well. What if you don't use negative keywords? If you don't use negative keywords, then your ads will show for related things in your industry, or synonyms of your products or services in different industries. And what will happen is people will see your ad and people click. Okay, people will click on your ad, you will pay money for that, and it will not give you any results, right, Shama? Yeah. So see, if I go to a search campaign here, right, so let me go to one search campaign called Digital Marketing Bangalore. So I have my ad groups, and this is my this within ad groups. When I'm going, these are my keywords, right? So all these keywords are here. These are um, some broad match modifier keywords. There are some phrase match keywords, right? All of these. And if I want to add any keywords, I will say plus sign. I will, I can add with that punctuation mark, with that punctuation, whatever that is, that, the quotes, the brackets, the plus sign, sorry, I can add with that punctuation. Or else what I can do is cancel. Or else if I want to modify it, so I can click on this and I can change it into another match type. So I can make it exact match or broad match, right? So I can click on this and change the match type. Or if I have to do that for multiple keywords, I can click on several keywords and I can go on edit here at the top, and I can change the match type, right? I can go and say change the match type of my keywords. So this is one, right? That's your keyword level. This is your keyword level in part of your this particular campaign, right? This says that this campaign is paused. If you go and see the status, it says campaign is paused. This campaign is not running ads right now, and this is where you will also see your quality score, right? So against your every keyword, because this is not running right now, or if you just start, they will not, if you're just starting out, they will not show. But once they have data, they will start showing your quality score here all the time, right? So you can see your quality score against each keyword, which will help you understand where how your keywords, remember with the quality score bit that we discussed last week. So you will know where you are, right, and where you should improve. So that is the quality score. You can see this is the max CPC, right, whatever you are bidding at. And if you want to change it anytime, you can click and you can go and change it, right? So this is the max CPC. I can click and I can change it anytime here. This says increase conversions with enhanced CPC, just some suggestions coming here itself. But otherwise I can simply make it, if I make it 85, it will become 80, and save it, it will become 85, right? Then there's final, and then beyond this, these are all results, right? So these are all the results here. So yeah, so you get to see your clicks, impressions, CTR, CPC, cost, all of that. And then similarly, negative keywords. If I have any negative keywords, I will go and add that here, right? So I'll say plus sign, plus, and I can add negative keywords. For negative keywords, I can add right away here, right? Or at the account level also, right? Which is here actually. So sorry, which is here. So you can go and go to this part, negative keyword lists, right, in your account, and you can create negative keyword list at account level. And if you have created any account level negative keyword lists, then you can pick up from here, right? So that if you have lots of campaigns running over a long term, you get to, you can create some list at the account level. So every time you create campaigns, you can pick up from here, right? Or right now, if you want to do it, you can create negative keyword list here. And then which is separate, right? It is separate. Why is it separate? Because you're not bidding on them, you are excluding these keywords. And then finally there is search terms report. Look at this search terms report. So my search terms report is telling me that this is what people really typed, right? So somebody typed this, and a match happened from a phrase match type keyword. And this is the kind of, these are the statistics on that. Now I will know that, I'm spending, and I can suddenly find something here that is so irrelevant, right? So I can find that something, people are searching for something so unrelated, and they are still seeing my ad. What I can do with that, what can I do if I see, what with what I see in search terms report, if I am able to see what people type, what can I use it for? Can somebody tell me what can I use it for? Yes, I can use it to add negative keywords. Exactly. I can add some keywords as well. Right. Perfect. So I can add some keywords. Maybe I'll find something new here which I'm not using, and people are, and that's relevant, right? So something like that I can find. Or I can also find that, people are typing women's helmets here, right? So I might find something that will make me change the match type, right? So such kind of things. Or make, I see something that I feel that, let me make it more, let me change my broad match into phrase match, make it more precise, because people are typing so much else, it's completely changing the meaning. So I'll be able to also decide my match type, change match types based on this. So that's your search terms report, right? So that's how your keyword level looks like, right? So all these things that we discussed. Which symbol is preferable? Lovepreet, there is no one preferred bit here, because if there was one, then, gradually all the rest would have phased out, right? So it has to depend on what that keyword is. And you can start with broad match types, right? So you can start when you're just starting out, you can start, and then optimize where you see that you should. Definitely you can see your search terms report and figure out. Okay, you can start with probably a broad match or phrase match. So yeah. So these modifications will work on keyword level for all campaigns. Which modifications? Yeah, whichever keyword. So it is per keyword, right? So if I decide for that particular keyword, that's only for that keyword. If it is phrase match, that keyword is phrase match in that campaign only, right? So I will not place the same keyword as another match type in another campaign. That does not make sense. Negative. Um, yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Shama, you had some question, or anybody had any questions? And synonyms of services. Okay, cool. So that's it here on match types then. I think there is some. See, this is how that Within shared library, it's going to look like you can add a list here as well and save it at account level. So that's okay. Imagine you're building a, sorry, I didn't get your question, Shailesh. Please tell me what is your question, because you wrote in two, three different phrases. I didn't get it together. Please let me know again. I'll tell you. So guys, meanwhile, please tell me the answer to this. Imagine you are building a keyword list for a company that sells yoga pants. If you include the keyword women's yoga pants, which of the following searches could trigger your ad? Right? So women's yoga pants, women's yoga pants, women's trousers. If this is your keyword, women's yoga pants, where all will your ad show? One, two, three. All three, Shama? That's correct. Okay, so that's correct. Your ads will show for all three, because the first one is obviously the same. Second one can be a variation of it, right? Misspelling or something. Women's trousers, again, because this is right now I'm keeping it as broad match, right? It can go for trousers as well. Possible. So it's possible, right, that they will show for all three. Okay. There is one more question from my end. This one, right? So see this image here. This is this is the keyword in the AdWords account. People are typing this, seeing the ad. People are typing this, seeing the ad. What type of keyword do you think this is? Correct, Pooja. Roban. Perfect. Yes, Arun, correct. It's a broad match keyword, which is correct. Again, why? Because there is this synonym here. There are additional words here, right? So it's not phrase match. It's not, it is a broad match keyword. It's not a modifier as well, right? So and see now keyword match types and similarity of your keyword. So this basically, these match types will decide how will your keywords match, right? So that's one. Okay, what else? So let's go through a few slides more. Yes, all of you right. Budget, right? So how do you decide your budget? We have already seen that, you can see what's the estimated number of clicks, right? What is the estimated number of clicks on every budget? You can see that on the planner tool. At your end, you decide that, and this is my monthly budget. If you have a monthly budget also in mind, and then divide that budget by 30.4, right? Average number of days per month, like if you have an ongoing campaign, and then you arrive at a daily budget. Set that as your daily budget. The other approach, you calculate based on your average CPC, what Google mentions, right? So you say average CPC into clicks is equal to my daily budget. So this is my, if I want X number of clicks and my average CPC is Y, my daily budget will be X into Y. So find your campaign's recommended budget. AdWords will also show recommendations, right, which we will see later on. AdWords will also show recommendations once you have campaigns that are running, right, and they will tell you that these are some additional keywords, or you can increase your budgets to get, these many more clicks. So imagine you're creating an AdWords account for a new small business. What is the best strategy to set an initial budget for a new small business, right? What do you think? One, two, three, or more than one? One, two, three. Which ones? Or which one? Actually, there is one answer here. Two, right? Yes, all of you right, right. Is the second one. First one is technically correct, right? It's just that 50 rupees would be too little, right? So if I get just two clicks, I will not be able to arrive at any conclusion, right? Or one click, I will not be able to arrive at any conclusion. So 50 rupees would be too small. So Let's say start small, but not so small as well. Also, yeah. Okay, then there is something about landing page, right? Landing page now. Okay, so landing page, we've seen a lot of all these things. We've already seen that, what are the factors that. Um, okay, one second. Let me go back. Gaurav says three is for established businesses. Ye- Um, Start big, and after a couple of weeks, lower your budget in areas where your account isn't performing. No, 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 no. It's not that really. Why? Because we don't start big and then decide to lower our budget, right? No matter which level we are at, whatever is small for them, right? Probably they will start there, right? Maybe they'll, that's big for us, but whatever is small for them, they'll start there and then scale it up. Okay. Um, Landing page. So now, landing page experience is where I'll just come back to all your questions now. Is that these things we have already seen that relevance, navigation, the interface, how you make it, the tabs and everything, all these things that go towards landing page experience. What we'll see today is that what do you see on your landing page. So one, you can get to see your mobile friendly click rate, right? So once you have certain landing pages, so there is a report that also they've sort of recently added where they tell you how each landing page performed, right? Across, right? So different campaigns, different ad groups, you have lots of landing pages, but how each of these landing pages have performed, even if you have like used the same landing page for several ad groups, right? So they will aggregate all the metrics and show you at one place that for this particular landing page your clicks, CTR, these kind of things was this. So you'll get to see that what is the AMP click rate is 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 checked at AMP validator, right? So AMP are those, the accelerated mobile pages. If your pages are built on AMP, right? Accelerated mobile pages is something that Google kind of prefers, right? And then is your page mobile friendly or not, right? So that is something that you have to ensure that your page is mobile friendly. So Google will also tell you that percentage of mobile clicks that go to a page that is deemed mobile friendly by Google, right? So what is your mobile friendly click rate, right? So these are some additional things which Google will give you. It's not your performance report as such, right? Not your campaign performance report, but it'll help you understand how your landing pages are performing. So there are a few tools that we can go and check. Oh, okay, so there are a few tools that we can go and check. So if anybody has any website you want to check, uh, idea metrics, right? What was that website, Shailesh? Or anybody else wants to share a URL? We can try it out here. Lovepreet, thanks. So see here, we'll try this out. You can see if your page is mobile friendly or not, right? This is very simple. This is probably just say yes. Right, so we'll say run test. Right, it says page is mobile friendly, right? So this is saying page is mobile friendly and additional some resources you can go through, right? So simple tool. So this is something that Google is going to, this is how Google is going to check your pages. So that's one tool that you can use, right? I'm just sharing a link here. This is there on the PPT. I'm still sharing it. Okay, I'm crossing this out. The other one, test your mobile speed, right? um, right, so let's say one, you can go and type here and check it. So these are some tools and they are coming from Google, so you will be able to understand that this is how Google looks at my website. Meanwhile, I'll just type in So the third one here is called Page Speed Insights. Okay, this is still analyzing. Okay, it says your loading time on 3G, estimated visitor loss due to this loading time, right? So you can also go and download that report, right? So some more details into this you can go and understand from here, and the industry comparison as well. Okay, so that's one. The other one is called Page Speed Insights. See, this is saying your mobile speed optimization score. They're giving you a score, and on desktop speed and optimization, which is fairly apparently good. Actually, this is a good score, right? And if there would be, some very often, some websites have it in red and lots of suggestions and very low score, then there are lots of optimization suggestions here also how to fix it, right? So you can probably, so now when you see these things, don't get intimidated by these. You're not supposed to fix these things, right? As an adverts advertiser, or as an advertiser, that is, you're not supposed to fix these things you can send to the developer. All you need to do is you should check your website on these tools, so that if you see that there is a problem, you need to connect to them and tell them why, because your advertising is going to be affected. If you do not share this, your advertising is going to be affected for a job, because of something that is not your job, right? So you need to ensure that it is all up to speed, right? So this is the Page Speed Insights tool, and this is the AMP validate. This is, there is more detail, a little bit technical. You can share this with your developer. This is how they go and check the AMP validator part. Cool. So that's one. Now, so that's on the landing pages, right? So that's on the landing pages. So you can go at your end, you can go and check these out. And here, I don't think I have this data on this particular account, but see this one that you see here, landing pages. So for a new campaign that you will create, right, this one's been created a little bit earlier, and this is something new that they have added, right? So for a new campaign that you will create, you will see for every landing page, you can see your mobile friendly click rate, valid AMP click rate, and all these results. So across the account, they will go and do it for you, landing pages. So that will give you an insight into how your different pages are performing essentially. Okay, so that's on landing pages. Guys, any questions so far? So we'll go to optimization. Before that, I'll also share the feedback link for today's session, though we still have things to cover. Okay, but I'll share this in the meanwhile. Okay, and there was this, instead of going to this right away, there was this link that I want to share with you. Just a moment. Okay, so why don't you guys go and watch a video that I'm sharing with you? Okay, this is all about search, a lot about keyword research that we have discussed today, and then we'll come back. Okay, we will see some optimization steps going forward. Okay, please watch this video at your end. Okay, I'm not playing it here right now. Please watch it at your end. I think it's a relatively longer one. My question, I want FEA, I want service, and its synonyms I want. How can I achieve it? Okay. I just closed your website. What is FEA, Shailesh? What do you mean by that? So instead of Shama, So why don't you type that out here on the keyword planner?
And where do I type this?
No, no, I was talking to Shailesh, sorry. So I'm just waiting for guys to finish the video.
Hello.
Yes?
Yeah, ma'am. My question is that FEA services is a keyword, okay?
Hmm.
So I want to keep FEA as a fixed word, and then services should be means if anyone type synonyms of services, then it should come over there. My ad should trigger.
Okay.
That is my question.
So you want synonyms of services. That's all.
Yes,
So
yes. If I want to do this thing, then how to do that?
take up all the synonyms that you can think of, services. When you say services, what are you doing? Analysis, consulting, services. Take up all those synonyms, and why don't you combine all these, right? All these keywords, and remember that multiplier
Mhm.
that I showed you. So why don't you take
Yeah.
all these keywords at one list, and in the second list you use services, consulting, analysis, consulting fee, whatever it is, whatever all things, and then multiply them. Will that work? See these? Do you see this list here?
Yeah, I will try.
Yeah. See this?
And the thing is that being a B2B, it provides very niche services.
Yeah.
So very specific service. That's why the keywords are means I'm unable to find a lot of keywords.
That's true, but
Means- Yeah,
whatever it is, they are giving you from, what is happening on Google, right? So what is happening on Google? They're giving you from that only. Look at this, right? See this. Obviously, you will not have, see the competition is low. Monthly searches will be low, but it's fine. It's even better actually. See, look at this finite element analysis, or so you can figure out, and you can use the multiplier. They're giving
I
you
mean,
one.
finite element analysis is a very common term. Means, any student can also
Yeah,
type
yeah, so
it
you
for
can
the
use that
information.
multiplier. You can use that multiplier and combine it with services. Ensure that you always mention that word services, or whatever else you do. And consulting, right? So always say not FEM software if this is correct, right? If this is the correct one, don't say FEM software, but always say FEM software services or consulting. So do not use this like this, but always add your multiplier word also, and then try.
Okay. And I am also confused about the ad groups. Means this FEA has eight subparts. Okay, so I am just in dilemma
Can you
that
finish
should
this?
I create eight ad groups or should I combine the set of keywords and create and put it in the single ad group. So can you please see my website for a while and suggest me that it is good to go with different groups or single ad group?
Shailesh, can we discuss it a little while later, if you don't mind? Or you can probably send it to me. You send it across somewhere?
Sure, no
Yeah,
worries.
because
Where
this,
shall I share?
yeah, yeah, because this is a very specific question. So then we can discuss it later. Okay. Also, I'm so sorry, guys. Actually, somebody just unmuted. Yeah. Are you done? Are you guys? You've done watching the video, or you need little more time? Okay, I'm waiting.
Ma'am, how did you decided the average CPC for the
Shailesh,
budget?
just one request. People are actually watching that video, so this sound is also going on alongside. So let us discuss here.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. No worries, no worries. Okay.
Yeah, Shweta will continue. Don't worry. It's just it's very related, and that's why I wanted you guys to see it. Okay, are we done? We'll just wait for one more minute. Done. So there isn't much really. Yeah. Okay. We'll start in. Okay, guys, let's start. And you can save that link. I'll also try and send you a log of this chat, right? So that you get all the links, right? Now, I'm just going to something called yeah. So this video, why I wanted you guys to see that is because that keyword research with that we just discussed, right? So you saw that how they, went to something very niche and they still got the they tried something that was not the same exactly but an extension of things, and then they got very good results out of that. So you ought to be creative and try and research well, right? So that will also give you low cost and good results, right? Now what we're discussing, we just take 5 more minutes. What we're discussing right now is just some sort of a recap, some things that probably you already know, right? But at one place it will make a lot of sense, where you will see what are the things that, ongoing, at an ongoing basis, what are the things that you will have to look at, right? So at account level, right, at account level, and I will also request you guys to go through, download this later on and go through each of these steps as well while we are discussing it here, right? So the things that we will try is we will use different campaigns for search and display network ads, right? Different campaigns for search and display network. If we have different kinds of locations to target, we can also keep different campaigns for different locations, right? Or different categories, so that the budgets are different, right? If you think that it is the same budget, all of them can go in the same budget, it's fine, and they are the same theme, right? Then you can use the same campaign. All this we have already discussed about the theme that should go. There should be multiple ad groups, and not just put everything into one ad group, right? And then the keyword should also follow that theme. So these are the things that at account level, like account level, when I say account level, that the entire structure that you've created, that I'll create 3 campaigns. Within these 3 campaigns I'll have this, all of that you have to take care of and content, and see if there is any issue, you need to correct that. At ad text level, right, ad text, when we write the ad, some things that we saw that day also, the policy bits you have to ensure, right? Test out, write 2 3 ads in one ad group so that you can test your different ads. Take mention at least one of the keywords in the ad headline, so that dynamic keyword insertion and all that we tried that day. AdWords editorial trademark policies, you need to ensure that you have, you're following all of that. write all these call to action, standard capitalization we have seen that day. That path field is also open to you like an ad. Use that, right? Use the relevant landing pages URL and take people on the ad, take people to the relevant landing page. Keyword optimization, what are the things we have already discussed? Again, theme has to be there. This is an optimum number per ad group. You can have 15 to 20 keywords. We have already discussed that 2 to 3 words keywords will become very specific, so they will be very relevant, right? Precise and relevant. Keyword match types you will use. Negative keywords you should add, right? So that you're not wasting any monies. Search term report is what will help you optimize your keyword list. Keyword planner is what will help you find new keywords, right? And then use your relevant landing page URLs. Landing page optimization, follow the AdWords policies. Everything should be, if your brand should be a original brand, relevant, transparent, trustworthy. Compute navigation should be easy from every device. Landing page load time is part of navigation only, right? So landing page load time, it should not be that your page should take a lot of time to load. Make your website fast, right? These are some tools that we have already seen. Accelerated mobile pages, test my site, mobile friendly test, IMP validator test, right? So these are some tools that you can use and pass on the results to your developer. Tell them this is not good, improve it. Otherwise my ads cannot work, right? So you try out all these tools on your website, the website that you would have probably created, from the first session to now. So ensure you try out these tools there. I'm going to the assignment. The assignment for this week is simple, one task, but it is pretty detailed. Okay, so very detailed, the most detailed assignment probably in this entire module. So please ensure you take your time and complete this well, right? So because next week when we come back, we are going to Google Display Network, right? So there's one little tool that we will discuss to begin with is SEM Rush. Next week SEM Rush we will do, and then this will just take about 10 minutes, and then we will go to Google Display Network from next week onwards, right? So it'll be all about planning, ad creation, optimization, everything that goes within display network. Remember, we are talking about images and all that also now, right? So all of that we are going to be discussing next week, whole of next week. So that's the plan for next week. So ensure you complete everything on search this week, so that when you start with display network, then you'll feel that it's a lot, there are a lot of more new things coming up, right? So please go and revise at this point, right? And let's go to the assignment. The assignment is simple: to optimize the search network campaign that we've created earlier, right? So that search network, that campaign that we've created, now what you need to look at that same campaign with a new scanner. Now that you know so much about search campaigns, so you will go and use all those steps and optimize it, right? The same optimization steps that we discussed. So you will see, uh, why is this link not opening? Okay, yeah. So see that how to optimize your ad group. Use the keyword planner now, right? Because right now what we had was probably, all of us would have gone and added some 5-10 keywords, but we will now expand those keywords, right? So you'll find new keywords. You will review the list, right? Now you introduce match types to those keywords. You can segment your keywords by search term, match type, and see results, right? There's a video on that. There's just a simple segment button here. So see here, this says, this one is segment, right? So where you can see your results by something. So you can see your results by different match type, right? Then you see, now the idea here is that you will run your campaign, see the results, improve your campaign. Of course, before that you will expand your keyword list, run that, that campaign is probably already running. You will go and see the results, improve it using all this review, right? And modify the keyword match types, improve your keyword list. Any duplicate keywords are there, please remove them. Any single word keywords that you've used so far, replace them with 2 or 3 word keywords, right? All of that. And the same ad text optimization, all things that should go in the ad, that you will do. landing page optimization now you'll do, right? So you'll go and so the same things that we've discussed, you need to fill out all these things in the same the same things, ad group, what optimization you've done on the keywords, what optimization you did, you know, what has worked for you, those questions are also we are asking now. So how did you substitute the single keywords with two or three ones, what match types did you introduce, or any negative keywords and all of that, right? Ad text headlines, what how did you change the ad text now, did you what call to action phrases are you using, right? What have you written in the path field, because there is also is space to write some keywords of yours, right? You can use your write your keyword there in the path field of your ad, right? Path URL. Then you give us a screenshot of your website's mobile speed here, right? So you have a website by now, hopefully. So just give a screenshot of that here, and also share the result of the mobile friendly test, right? So this is the test my tool report. This is from the test my tool, and this is the mobile friendly test my mobile speed, whatever that tool was, test my mobile speed, that one, and this is mobile friendly test, right? So just fill this out, uh, optimize your campaign and then fill this out. So this document is what we require you to upload here and submit. So we will review it for you here only. Okay, so that's it for my end, guys, for today. I am just closing this session for now, and then I'll come back to all your questions. So anybody who wants to leave at this point can leave, right? And we will go on to, like I said, we will go on to these topics next time. A little bit of SEM Rush. This is one third-party tool on search, right? Third-party tool we'll see for search campaigns, right? And it's there for display network and all also, but search you get a lot of help. Third party tool that we will see, and then we will move on to Google display network. So that's the feedback link for today's session. Thank you so much, and please ensure more than any other session that this time you go and revise everything, because we are not going to be discussing search now. We're going to be discussing the other part of it, of AdWords, next week onwards. Okay, so task 4 from week 1 is remaining. Yeah, the SEM rush part, Shweta, I know we have not been able to discuss it today. We will discuss it next week. It's okay. Can you specify path field? That path URL, remember the path URL that we saw? That there you can just write, right? So if I go to this one, let's say I go to any of these, campaigns, and I go to add, what happens is I can write, I click on this and say edit, right? See here, this part is totally an ad, right? This part is totally ad copy. This is not a working URL. So I can use some keywords of mine here, right? Whatever keywords, whatever is the theme of this ad group, or some people in case of e-commerce and all even write a coupon code here, right? So you should be using this path space again to your advantage, because people will, kind of look at this URL, because people want to know which URL they are going to, so they will look at this, right? So that is why use this space to your advantage, use some keywords here, right? Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Shweta. Bye. Can our landing page be any product page on third party e-commerce website? Rasank, no, I don't think they will allow you to do that, right? So it is about whether they approve of it. So since they are already advertising, if you do advertise, you will be competing with them, right? So, and obviously, so they will be the one to, their account will be authorized to advertise, right? You can always have your own website as well, even if you sell to the third party. Have your own website. You should have that, and then direct people to your website as well, right? Thank you, Lovepreet. Bye. Thanks, Eureka. Thanks, Gaurav. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. I have, yes, Pooja, please ask. So we can only redirect it through our own website. Yes, yes. So you should have that, because in the longer term, it will help you.
One question.
Yes.
Ma'am, first of all, the ads are plenty, and Google only shows three on the top and three on the bottom on the first page.
Hmm.
So, what about the rest of the page? of the ads. Say about there must be thousands of ads which are cropping up every day. So does Google show all or what happens?
Thousands of ads, which are
Uh, Google shows thousands. Google must be getting thousands of ads
Hmm,
every day,
hmm,
which are paid.
hmm.
But what about those ads? All the ads are shown because only six are there maximum in a page.
So there are pages, there are ads on the next page also. It's not just the first page.
Right. So, ma'am, it
Yeah.
goes on and on like
Yes, yes. Check, try and check that.
okay. And ma'am, oh, forgotten. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
No, it's okay, fine. Thank you. Shailesh?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
yeah, what is tracking template? I saw in ad group page while making the while adding the keywords. I saw the option below
Yeah, tracking template
tracking
is some
template.
additional tracking that you can add, but you need not get into it right now. Okay, so if you want some, some reading resource on that, I can send you, but you really need not get, that's optional and you need not get into it right now. Okay, so it'll only confuse you right now. So it's additional tracking we built in, you can add to your ads, but it's not really required right now. So you can, this is good enough. If you want to read up on that, I can send you links. Hellish. Okay, so that
Sure.
we don't advise you to get into that right now. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of additional tracking that you can add. Okay.
Like what things they track?
So you can, you can get your more of your sort of track these from your developer, and you can go and add them, right? So and then that will go and give you. So additionally, basically at your end, you can go and track with your analytics and all that. You can track a lot of things, right? I can send you a resource on that if you require. Right now, if you really want to get into that, I'll send it to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just add that.
And that ad group question I asked, when to create a different number of ad groups. Like in my website, there are 8 subparts in FEA section.
Hmm.
So can you please open my website?
Okay.
It's ideametrics.co.in.
Right. Yeah. So you have all these different parts too within FA, right?
Yeah, within FEA, there are 8 subparts.
Mm-hmm.
So I am confused. Shall I create 8 ad groups, means 8 different ad sets, or uh, should I put it in the one ad group
No,
and
no, no, no. You should
trigger all?
definitely create them as different ad groups. You should keep them as separate ad groups, so that people, whatever it is, I cannot see the names here right now, but whatever people are searching for, they,
Just click FEA and you will see the names.
yeah, so whatever people are searching for, they should be able to go exactly to that. That is why you should definitely create. That is the idea of having campaigns and ad groups, right? So if I'm searching for something related to structural analysis, I should not be going to a page that mentions all these things, right? That is why
Mhm.
this should be an ad group. This should be an ad group, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, if you
And yes. Continue, please,
yeah,
please.
otherwise if you keep it all together, then you'll probably take me to a page which is this, right? And that will not be that will not be precise. That's why. Yeah. Tell me.
Okay. And where can I check the quality score which Google assign while evaluating the ad set?
You can check it against every keyword, right? So if I have these keywords, I have a status here. I can click on the
No,
status.
but it is based on landing page, right?
No, no, no.
The quality score of landing page also important, right?
No, no. Quality score is on every keyword. Right? Landing page is part of how quality score is calculated, but the quality is on about the keyword. Okay, what is
Okay,
your quality of advertising around that keyword?
okay.
Got it?
And ma'am, read somewhere that we can target a specific set of emails also. Is that true?
Um,
Email
yes.
AdWords means I saw a video also, but not completely. So over there it was mentioned that we can target a specific set of email IDs.
Yes, you can do that. That is something that will reach next week. Okay.
Okay, so it will be within the ad will be shown within ID or email ID, or
Actually,
it can be shown outside also.
it's 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 there only, but it's not part of search. Okay, so that is something that I'll show you next week, Shailesh. Okay, so just save that question for next week. I'll show you exactly where.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ma'am, how to find that paid keywords of competitor? Even though I will use SEM Rush, but over there I can't find any kind of relevant keywords. I know the competitors means when I type the keywords, their adverts had come up, but I am unable to find their keywords, what they are exactly using.
SEM Rush is
So
a very good
what is
tool
the
for
solution?
that actually. See, Google will never share with you. So the only option you have is
Yes,
to go by a third-party tool. SEM Rush is a very good tool. Um, and maybe if yours is a niche business, it's kind of difficult, right? But otherwise, SEM Rush is a pretty good tool. Otherwise, what else would you really try? So let's see SEM Rush also once next time, right? So maybe we'll try out one of your competitors' URLs there and try it out. Okay, so let's try it.
okay. And
Yeah, SEM Rush we haven't tried, no? So we'll go there next week.
okay.
Yeah.
So in case if we don't find, then we should start with the limited keywords, and according to the search term, we have to expand the
Yeah, yeah.
keyword list, right?
Because it's possible that if you have a very niche and low traffic, a competitor doesn't have much traffic and all, then it's possible that always the third party tool may not have data on that.
Okay, and ma'am, no, Google also provides the report of the competitors, like means for a particular term, who was the first, second, third. It provides, right? Inside AdWords account somewhere. I remember, means I don't know where exactly, but I do remember that Google provides these things.
Yeah, there is an auction, there is a report, right? There is a report where you can get to see how you are performing vis-a-vis your competitor, like this. Okay, but not on keywords. It's basically vis-a-vis your competitor how you're performing. But we will discuss reports. Shailesh will go there. Okay, so we'll discuss reports. As of now, we've not discussed. See this report that you're looking at, right?
Okay, sure.
So that is what that
Okay,
is.
I will use that multiply keywords tomorrow, and we'll try to dig on more keywords. And in next week, I will ask more doubts if required.
Sure, sure, sure.
Means I will try to get more keywords.
Yeah, yeah. Anything on search. So it's so far we have only completed search. We have not got onto display network or reporting, right? So anything on search, please ensure that you have your questions, and we'll definitely discuss it
Yes, ma'am.
before
Yes,
meeting you.
sure, sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Thank you, Ruban. Thanks a lot. Bye. What should it be maximum? What be maximum? Pooja? Oh, okay. Your default bid. Is she still here? No, she's not. Cool.